Mr.
Thank
Chairman,
you, Dr.
I'm
Barton.
sorry. I did have two more items very quickly. My apologies. I wanted to report that we attended a very nice affair last week, the NAACP Freedom Fund banquet, and one of our administrators was feted at that event. Gwen Matthews, Dr. Matthews, received the Selma Lipscomb Community Service Award, and I did want to report on that. And we had a number of other staff that attended. Of course, my fellow board member, Michael Ellis, was there as well. We broke bread together, but we didn't smoke a peace pipe. But we'll get to that later. Sorry about that, Mike. Karen Hilburn, is Karen here tonight? Karen was there, and she was the auctioneer and raised a lot of money, and I didn't know she had that ability. Chris, we need to take a look at some of the skills that Karen has. But Rosé and also Debbie and a few other folks were there, but it was a very nice event. Let me also report on a meeting that I attended yesterday. This meeting was here at the district. The mayor actually had an interest in an item that he wanted to share with the district, and that was career education for students in the district. So he invited a team from San Diego Unified, and they did a presentation about what's going on in San Diego with their Career Tech Academy, which is very, very elaborate on its face, and being able to look at a population of students that don't see the needs of a comprehensive high school education as being their goal towards employment. The presentation was very timely, and the mayor did express a strong interest in this area. And surprisingly, we had met earlier on the same subject. As a matter of fact, Fitzgerald Jones, who's here tonight, and Rosie Peterson had brought the same concept. Would you stand up, both of you? Okay. And I think all of you know those two outstanding individuals. Thank you. They brought a concept to Long Beach City College, and we met our vice president for academic affairs, our provost at the PCC campus, our director of economic development. We sat down and had a very broad discussion about doing something similar here. And we've already laid out some groundwork for putting together a career tech academy that would draw on students from, let's say, who are very competitive, and students who don't really see a need for the kind of education that they're currently in. And we'll continue to meet to develop this proposal, and we'll invite Fitz and Rosie to a future workshop so they can talk to the board about this in detail. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Williams.
If I could piggyback on that for just a second.
You bet.
Mr. Ellis and I also had the opportunity of actually having dinner with the mayor last night, as well as city councilman, to discuss the same issue. And it is certainly one that we're very much interested in and support. This is the kind of innovative program that we need to keep our students in school and to let them be successful. So I think we're all going to be moving on the same page.
Thank you, Mrs. Stanton. Corey.
I would like to report that yesterday the ASU President's Council met, and Mr. Steinhauser had a representative come out and speak to us. I never can pronounce his name right. I really can't. It's Mr. How do you say your name, sir?
Efichu.
No.
Oh, different one.
Mr. Tagorda? I'm sorry. I'll get that done eventually. He was there to speak on an A through G requirement issue, and it was a very informative discussion that the ASU President's Council had. We were very happy to have him there. We're open to anyone coming in and talking to us at any time, so you're very welcome to come back, and I promise that next time you're there, I will get your name correct, okay? I would also like to report that our very first student forum meeting will be this Monday. We will be going over the A through G requirement issue again. So if Mr. Steinhauser has anything else he would like us to mention, just let me know and I'll be glad to put it on the agenda.
Thank you, Corey. Just quickly, our Head Start program went through a federal review late last spring. About 30 box loads of documents were looked at, and on 900 items of compliance, we were found out of compliance with one issue. On one of the playgrounds, there was a rubber mat that was 2 inches apart, and it couldn't be more than an inch apart. So congratulations to our Head Start program. Dr. Linda Perry, would you like to stand and give us another pretty wave? And on a sadder note, I'm wearing a little red bracelet that says, "Live like Klaus." Klaus Barth is one of our marvelous teachers and aquatic coaches at Wilson High School who's been fighting brain cancer for the last 5 years. I saw him this morning, and he's in a hospice situation. But this is one of the most marvelous men I've ever seen in terms of motivating men and women to perform to their utmost. You should know that the Wilson staff, support staff, administrators, and teachers have donated over 166 sick leave days to Klaus so that he can live out the rest of this year with the security of knowing his family will be financially secure. So just as I talked about and bragged about the Avalon staff several weeks back, locking arms with some bad conditions they had to face, so I'd like to venerate the entire staff at Wilson High School who's doing so much for this marvelous man, Klaus Barth. God bless you, Klaus Barth. I'd like to end on that message. Our next meeting is Halloween night. Woo-hoo!
You forgot one thing. There's one other item on the agenda. Announcements.